Boop, 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 bobbing along.
Hi, we're Stuart and Emmie, and we're child-free after infertility. So we decided to change our life plans and moved on to a narrowboat. We're sharing our adventures here, and you're welcome to join us.
In our previous video, we were hunting for a sneaky leak we didn't find. But this week, life gets extra busy, so that's on hold for the moment.
Hello, we're on our way into London. Stu hired a van in preparation for the guitar show next weekend. We visited Granny in Sheffield. We headed to Stu's parents. Yesterday we spent at Stu's workshop. I was working designing a print on my laptop in the van. Stu was working in the workshop getting ready for the guitar show. Saw my friend Esther. And today we're heading back into London. Stu's got more workshop stuff to do. I'm going into town, I'm going to the dentist, and I'm going to have some fun, have a bit of a solo date with myself.
If I'm walking from Euston Station into central London, I always walk down Gower Street, not Tottenham Court Road. It's much quieter, and there are lots of historic buildings with blue plaques. Here's one for Robert Aikman, who co-founded the Inland Waterways Association, a charity for protecting and restoring the canals. They run the Waterway Recovery Group, where volunteers can support restoration projects, which we first learned about from Kev, who has been kind enough to share his knowledge with us in the comments on previous videos. After my appointment, I headed to one of my favourite cinemas for some quiet time. After the film, of course, I popped to Chinatown Bakery for some treats. Boop.
Hello.
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 Has it been a good day?
It has been a good day. I am done.
Yay! Oh, look what I've got. Hang on.
Okay. Do you want me to hold? Hello, it's an Emmie.
Oh, it's very dusty in here.
Yeah, it's all very dusty. Put it on my knee.
Feel the weight. You'll be very excited about this, Bobson. Oh no, hang on.
Is it a massive
Hang on.
control crystal packet?
Pandan cake.
Ooh.
Sesame ball.
Ooh. Ooh.
Massive bag of damp absorbing crystals.
Yeah. Well done.
I'm really thirsty.
There's a big bottle of water behind you in that bit of time.
I'm excited. I want to eat. Oh, as much as I love pandan cake, I wish I bought 2 sesame balls. Oh, so good. It's like crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Armadillos! Sorry.
And then the red bean paste, and it's just not too sweet, and it's all sesame-y, and I just wanted another one, and I had to share that with Stu. On second thoughts, pandan cake is good too.
Yeah, it's great.
Boop. Well, we're back on the boat, and the carbon monoxide, we've had dinner and stuff, and then suddenly the carbon monoxide alarms are going off in both ends of the boat. We've got everything open, they're still going off, so we're about to leave the boat. We're just getting our coats and things. Boop. Okay, all quiet. We're coming back into the boat. And hoping that that was because we had the oven on for a bit and no windows open, which we shouldn't have done. Stu's just gone to close the back of the boat now, but I think we're going to keep the hatch open for a bit because that was quite scary.
Well, everything seems to be fine now. We aired the boat out loads and we've cooked on the hob. We've had the fire running all evening, and that doesn't seem to have set off any further alarms. So we're pretty sure it's something to do with the oven. We're going to bed now. I'm really tired, and I've got a massive day tomorrow because I'm setting off for the guitar show, and we've got to move the boat in the morning, which is all fun.
Bye, Stu. Whew, so we made it through the night. No further carbon monoxide alarms. And it was quite stormy, like windy, rainy this morning. Stu was really worried about whether we were going to move before he had to leave for the guitar show. But it was fine. We moved the boat. We're in the centre of Macclesfield. And I'm now just going to get on with some work and get things clean, and my sister's coming to stay tonight, and then I've got some friends coming tomorrow, and I'm really excited, so I just want to be all prepared, get everything nice, plan some food.
Hello! It's been a very busy weekend and a weekend apart, and we haven't been vlogging very much, so we thought we'd just catch you up before we head out on a cruise. Oh, a very, very small cruise. We'll explain.
Really tiny cruise.
So, Stu?
I was at the big UK guitar show in Birmingham this weekend.
So last year we went to the guitar show together, and we vlogged it a little bit, so I'll put a link in the corner. This year I decided not to go and had a lovely time. Not that that wasn't fun last year, but I had my friends come to visit this weekend, which was amazing. They came all the way from London by train and stayed in the Travelodge, and we just had a little Macclesfield exploring weekend together. And also by chance, my sister was going to a party in Leeds, so she stayed at the boat Friday, Saturday night, and it was so nice to have a proper catch up with her. So I've had a very socialising weekend, like really focusing, being with my friends and my sister. We had a lovely time, went to the Silk Museum in Macclesfield. I don't know if me and Stu will go as well, but yeah, it was really interesting because Macclesfield used to be a huge silk industry place back in olden times, and it was like the biggest employer of women and children doing the crap jobs. It was like women were doing this and children were doing that, like really rubbish, like hard work things, and they were like, and the men got to be managers. And one thing I really liked was there was a wall showing all of these mills, all these silk mills and things that used to be in Macclesfield. There were little pictures and a map on the wall, and like it was showing like where they were and whether they'd been demolished, or I think some of them are flats now. There's a home.
So first day alone without Stu, but not alone. So Stu's safely in Birmingham having a busy guitar show. My sister stayed over last night. We had a really wonderful catch up, and she set off for to see some friends in Leeds this morning. And my lovely friends Ben, Jess and Sarah came up from London, and they're staying overnight in a Travelodge nearby. And it's just so lovely to have friends travel so far to come and visit, and I'm feeling a bit emotional about it all. It's just really, really lovely to have friends visit. We had a little bit of time on the boat, had some light bites, and then headed to the Silk Museum. We wandered around Macclesfield a little bit, and then they've gone to check into the hotel and just have a quiet moment, and I've come back to the boat ahead of them to start cooking. I'm actually cooking a curry from scratch instead of using a curry in a bag. So yeah, I've already thrown onions everywhere, but hopefully this will be nice because I just want to be a good host with them coming so far. I just really want to show them how much it means to me, and hopefully I can do that with food.
No.
Oh, man.
And we went into this church just at random. We decided to go in, and just the loveliest people were in there and gave us like a little tour almost. And there was a very unusual tomb that they were showing us. Like most tombs would have like a statue of the person, like either with prayer hands to show how religious they were, or like holding a sword to show how brave they were. And this one has a couple and they're holding hands, and it's to show how in love they were. And there's only apparently like 2 tombs in the whole country in a church that's like that, where it was like love is the answer. Ooh, and we also walked up a hill because just at random we saw it on the map and we didn't know what it was, and we thought we'd go up there to the Macclesfield ROC Post. And it was a struggle to find it. There was no information on what that was on Google Maps. We just went there and it was like a concrete block that didn't open, and we were very confused. And it's only later we've Googled it, and the ROC, hang on, I'll put some text on screen because I've already forgotten what ROC stands for, but basically it was during the Cold War. These bunkers were built for monitoring nuclear activity, and that's what's underneath if we could have gone in.
Oh, that's interesting. Probably more interesting to read about than to actually look at.
There are some creepy pictures of what was in there if we had been able to open it and climb down. So I'll put a link for that as well. It's really, really lovely to see some London friends. And now Stu is back. It was I've missed him. And we are going to move just around the corner because technically this pontoon is a 2-day mooring. We've 3 days.
Yeah,
oh,
3
okay,
days.
3-day mooring. So we've overstayed by like a day, and we're going to move just around the corner because we need to stay close to Macclesfield because my parents are visiting next weekend for my birthday. So let's set off.
Yeah.
This might not be the 5-minute cruise we thought it would be. It's really shallow. We saw other boats moored here, but they were smaller than us. We couldn't get in. I'm heading back to see if there's still space on the pontoon. There's space. We're going to have to reverse all the way back to it. So we're back on the pontoon. And there are a couple of men who, as we were leaving, had said, oh, it's a bit rocky there. And we just took that to mean, oh, there are some rocks to avoid, but it's still possible to moor there. But when we got back, they said their smaller boats got really stuck there. So yeah, there was no way we were getting in. Time for some oat cakes now.
And some delicious brownies.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Really hope you've enjoyed it. And a huge thank you to Skylaw, Hells Bells and Cora for the Buy Me a Coffee this week. It really means a lot and helps support the channel. Please do give us a boop in the comments below, and we'll see you next week. Bye.